Imagine holding up your hands in front of a mirror, witnessing the inverted reflection mimic every movement, yet knowing that no matter how you twist and turn, your left hand could never perfectly align with the right hand's reflection. This phenomenon is at the heart of chirality, a concept that not only pervades the microscopic world of molecules but also influences the macroscopic fabric of our universe. In the mid-19th century, Louis Pasteur, using just a magnifying glass and his keen intellect, first discovered molecular chirality, setting the stage for over a century of profound scientific exploration that touches nearly every facet of our lives. From the medications we take to the technologies that fuel our advancements. His initial observation that tartaric acid from living sources could rotate plane polarized light, unlike its chemically synthesized counterpart, hinted at a hidden asymmetry in nature, a phenomenon that turned out to be universally pervasive and fundamentally mysterious. This essay delves into the enigmatic world of chirality, tracing its roots from Pasteur's first experiment to its expansive role in modern science and technology. The journey from the molecular oddities in crystal forms to the complex interactions in quantum mechanics and potential implications in cosmic phenomena exhibits the power and beauty of chirality. It's a story of discovery, utility, and potential, a tale that extends from the smallest scales of existence to the largest. In 1848, a seemingly innocent observation by Louis Pasteur laid the foundation for one of the most important concepts in scientific theory, chirality. Pasteur noticed that sodium-ammonium tartrate crystals from wine production facilities reflected light differently depending on their source. This curiosity led him to manually separate two types of crystals that were mirror images of each other, demonstrating that molecules, like hands, can exist in left-handed and right-handed forms. This was the first known discovery of chiral molecules, substances that are identical in composition but whose structures cannot be superimposed onto their mirror image. Pasteur's discovery was not just a footnote in chemical textbooks, it catapulted the field of stereochemistry into existence. The implications of molecular asymmetry are vast, influencing how biological systems discriminate between seemingly identical molecules. Pasteur's initial work revealed that living organisms have an innate preference for certain chiral forms, a fact that has profound implications in biosynthesis and pharmacology. Understanding chirality was also a conceptual leap in realizing that nature's laws are not always symmetrical, which has led to dramatic expansions in both theoretical and applied chemistry. The conundrum of why one form of a molecule can be life-giving while its mirror image is toxic continues to fuel research and discovery. The principle of chirality is not confined to the laboratory, it is fundamental to life itself. From the spiraling of DNA's double helix to the structure of proteins that define biological function, chirality is ubiquitous in biology. This molecular asymmetry underpins the vast diversity and functionality within living organisms. For instance, all amino acids in proteins are left-handed, L form, while sugars in DNA are right-handed, D form. This homochirality is critical for the formation and function of larger biostructures and has implications for our understanding of evolution and the origin of life. The preference for one chiral form over another in biological systems is a tantalizing mystery. Research suggests that this bias might have origins in the fundamental laws of physics, or could be the result of historical chance, a topic that remains at the forefront of scientific debate. Moreover, the role of chirality in nature extends to our senses. For example, chiral molecules account for the different scents of lemons and oranges. Similarly, the effectiveness and safety of drugs often depend on their chirality, which is a critical factor in pharmaceutical design. In the realm of drug development, the impact of chirality is both profound and practical. Many drugs are chiral, and the differences between their forms can have significant therapeutic implications. Thalidomide is a notorious example of how the chirality of a molecule can mean the difference between a remedy and a disaster. Sold in the late 1950s and early 1960s, thalidomide consisted of a mix of enantiomers. One form effectively treated morning sickness, while its mirror image led to severe birth defects. Today, the pharmaceutical industry invests heavily in enantioselective synthesis, a method that aims to produce a specific chiral form of a drug to maximize efficacy and minimize adverse effects. This approach has led to the development of blockbuster drugs and has fundamentally altered how medications are created and tested, with implications for regulatory practices and drug approval processes. The understanding of chirality has also propelled innovations in drug delivery systems and diagnostic tools, allowing for more targeted and efficient therapies, thus opening new paths in personalized medicine. At the intersection of chirality and quantum mechanics, fascinating phenomena emerge. Quantum effects can induce chirality in originally achiral objects, a process known as quantum chirality. This aspect of chirality has potential implications in fields as varied as quantum computing and the synthesis of novel materials. The exploration of quantum chirality touches on fundamental questions about the nature of matter and energy. For instance, researchers are investigating the role of quantum mechanics in the origins of biological homochirality. If quantum processes are indeed at play, it could imply new physics at the boundaries of our current understanding, potentially linking the worlds of the very small to the vast asymmetries observed in the universe. Additionally, the study of chirality at the quantum level might lead to breakthroughs in computing and information storage, echoing the revolutionary impacts seen in other areas influenced by quantum innovations. Chirality is not just a concept locked away in academic papers, it has real-world applications that are transforming industries. In material science, chiral materials exhibit unique properties such as circular dichroism, where materials interact differently with left or right, circularly polarized light. These properties have applications in creating advanced optical devices, including sensors and filters, which are critical in various technological sectors, such as telecommunications and healthcare. Moreover, the synthesis and manipulation of chiral molecules are pivotal in nanotechnology. Chiral nanoparticles and surfaces can be engineered to interact specifically with certain biological molecules, leading to more effective catalysts in chemical reactions and enhanced delivery systems in pharmaceuticals. The ability to control and exploit chirality in materials promises not only more efficient industrial processes, but also innovations such as environmentally friendly pesticides and new therapeutic mediums. The study of chirality extends beyond the confines of planet Earth. In astrobiology, the presence of chiral molecules is considered a potential biomarker for extraterrestrial life. Since life on Earth uses predominantly one chiral form of biomolecules, finding similar homochirality elsewhere could suggest the presence of life beyond our solar system. The ongoing space missions and studies of meteorites also look for chiral organic molecules, providing clues about the origins of life and the universality of biological homochirality. These investigations not only broaden our understanding of life's molecular underpinnings, but also fuel philosophical questions about our place in the universe and the nature of life itself. Exploring the chirality of molecules in space may eventually lead us to answer one of humanity's most profound questions: are we alone in the universe? The exploration of chirality raises significant ethical and philosophical questions, particularly in its application in medicine and synthetic biology. For instance, the ability to create or modify chiral molecules comes with the responsibility to prevent issues seen in past medical disasters. The question of patenting chiral forms of drugs also poses ethical concerns, including those related to accessibility and the consequences of biotechnological advancements. Moreover, the innate asymmetry in vital biological molecules invites reflection on the philosophical implications of randomness, determinism, and symmetry in nature. These considerations propel chirality from a simple molecular characteristic to a broader emblem of the complexities found in science and morality. The discourse surrounding chirality is as much about how societies choose to harness and develop this knowledge as it is about the scientific understanding of the molecules themselves. The future of chirality is marked by promising frontiers and notable challenges. As researchers uncover more about the role of chirality in health and disease, there will likely be significant shifts in pharmaceutical and biotechnological strategies. Further, the integration of Chiral principles in new technologies from quantum computing to material engineering promises to revolutionize industries, enhance global sustainability, and possibly redefine our scientific boundaries. One of the big challenges remains the cost and technological sophistication required to manipulate chirality at the molecular level. Advances in computational chemistry and machine learning are poised to become crucial in predicting chiral outcomes in complex chemical reactions, potentially making these processes more accessible and efficient. As we stand on the brink of such transformative advancements, the exploration of chirality not only enlightens our understanding of the molecular world, but also provides a key to unlocking new technologies and therapies. The journey from Pasteur's simple experiments to the potential of using chirality in next-generation technologies captures a narrative of scientific perseverance and creativity, a continual redefinition of possibilities beyond existing paradigms.